All right, 7 o'clock on the dot. I like to keep it prompt around here. All right, welcome. Welcome to the stream. It has been a while. I feel like I went from a weekly streamer to a bi-weekly streamer at this point, but that is okay. That is perfectly fine. That's better than like once a month, right? Who do we have in here? Who is chilling with us right now? Creepinson, aka Theo, Matt Sargent, welcome. Mr. Allen, of course, Mod 5 reporting in. Thank you very much. Here to blast those spammers into oblivion. And Mr. SME Productions, good evening, welcome. Welcome to the stream. So, what has been going on since last stream? Like I said, it's been about 2 weeks. Anything exciting? Posted a couple videos. I got a crypto worm on my home server. That was cool. Had to deal with that. CM Noor, welcome. Yeah, someone hacked into my server and started mining crypto on it and was pinning my CPU on the server to 100%. So I had to go in and fix that. I'm pretty sure they got in through my guacamole that was exposed because I had done that to test something and I forgot to remove it. So yeah, whoops. But it was weird because how I noticed it was when I was editing, because I edit using SMB directly to my server where all the footage is and even the project file, and everything was going slow. Like the render was going really slow, and I thought it was an issue with like my drivers or something. Like when I film my Sunday soccer games with the drone and I put that on YouTube, and those usually take about 15 minutes or so to render, and it was taking like 45 minutes. I was like, something is going wrong. What is happening? I couldn't figure out anything with my main system, no driver issues, anything. Then when I went to transfer some files, I noticed that it was way slower than it usually was. So I went to my TrueNAS instance and didn't notice anything out of the ordinary there. Then when I looked on my main server in Proxmox, I saw it was pinned to 100%. I was like, what the hell is going on? So I checked top and I looked at the services and it was like KVM 100%. I couldn't tell what was going on. I shut down all my VMs, everything, and it was still pinned to 100%. And I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on until I looked into the syslogs and found it was logging these like jobs that are coming in from Monero World or something, and I could tell it was a crypto mining thing using my CPU. So I had to track down the logs of when they got in and when they installed it, and basically they just pulled it in, installed it as a service, and set it to where anytime that job was killed, it just restarted it. So I could go in and actually kill the process, but that didn't do anything. It just restarted itself and kept mining. So I basically just have to kill all the folders, remove all the folders that it was tied to, and obviously removed my guacamole instance, checked my DNS records just to make sure everything was good. And we've been good since. So that was an ordeal. That was terrifying. I made a little server upgrade in the meantime as well. So I was using two 8i LSI cards to pass through my drives to TrueNAS, and I saw on eBay a 16i card was a pretty good deal. I think it was like 170 bucks. Can't remember exactly how much I paid for it, but I snagged one of those and just threw it in there. Everything went pretty smoothly. Just passed that single device through to TrueNAS. Everything spun up as normal. And yeah, now I have an extra PCI slot. And I don't actually have an extra PCI slot now because I put a fan in there to keep uh, everything in there, like air circulating over the network card as well as the HBA. So yeah. Um, yeah, rip. Yeah, it sucked. It was not fun. How's the Steam Deck? It is right here. We chilling. You can see it up in the corner up there. I got it passed through. I don't know why I'm looking up there. I have it literally on this screen in front of me. I'll get into the Steam Deck. I have quite a few things to say about it. I haven't used it as much as I'd wanted to lately. I've just been busy with both work and making videos and other things. So I haven't put as much time into it as I would have liked yet, but I do have some initial thoughts and impressions on it. So first thing, let's crack open our beverage of the night. This one is hardcore. This was courtesy of Mr. Patrick, aka Parapat in Discord. So this is let's see if I can read it backwards. A raspberry snowball crunchy, which I can't read that. So there's a lot going on in this thing. It's from Other Half Brewery. It's an imperial granola Berliner Weiss with raspberry, chocolate, coconut, almonds, toasted coconut, maple, vanilla, cinnamon, and milk sugar. So there's a lot going on in here. Jorgen, welcome. Welcome, my man. I honestly don't know what to expect out of this. There's just so much going on. I'm intrigued though. Oh, that's a nice color. All right. I am curious. Nice deck. Thanks, heck underscore. It is a nice deck. Big black deck. So, I got this in. Oh god, what did I do? Oh, the touchscreen still works when it's. Wait, what? That's weird. Wait, can I like? That is strange. So yeah, I got the Steam Deck in like what, a week ago or something, and I immediately messed around with SteamOS, tried to install some other operating systems, threw Windows on there just today just to see what it was like, and yeah, just messed around with it. So Gamer Cat Meow, welcome. I'm so jealous. Yeah, this thing is freaking a hot commodity right now. Just seeing what they go for on eBay is absolutely disgusting. I should just flip it, make some cash money. All right, first of all, let's see what this is about. There's a lot going on in here. I don't know what it smells like. Mostly raspberry, maybe a little chocolate. That is sweet. Interesting. It tastes like a chocolate covered raspberry. I don't taste all the other stuff, but it's good. TVJ, hello, can't stay long. Just wanted to say hi. Welcome. No big deal, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate that, man. I hope you have the best, or I hope you have a good rest of your night or day. I can't remember exactly where you're located, but I know you're somewhere in the US, so you got to be around dinner, night, sleepy time. So enjoy your night, man. I appreciate you stopping by. But let's go ahead and switch over to where you guys can actually see what's going on the Steam Deck. So this is it. This is Steam OS running on the Steam Deck. It's first of all, I'm not the biggest fan of Steam OS, if we're being completely honest here. So I just don't think the layout is the best. I don't know. Like the UI, there's just so much going on. And I don't know, like this, like you would think the home screen just feels more like advertisements than it does like my specific home screen. Like what I would want to see when I go to home, I'd like to see, you know, my most played games, like continue where you left off, or like, I don't know, some other stuff that just seems like kind of like targeting ads and shit that I don't really care about, but I don't know. You can scroll over, check out what your friends are doing, and then there's some recommended stuff, I guess. I don't know. Oh, you're in Ohio. Ohio. So yeah, same time as me. Bragg Smith, aka Dan. Docker running on this yet? Not yet. So I'll get to the desktop part in a bit, but yeah, like I was saying, I'm not a huge fan of the the UI here, but it's certainly okay. In terms of the actual device itself, it feels nice. It's plastic, but it doesn't feel cheap. Um, I like the trigger buttons feel really, really nice. I don't like the positioning of the L1 and R1 buttons. Maybe if you play with your index finger and your middle finger on both the triggers and the buttons, then it would feel more natural, but I don't typically do that. So the natural way of holding it for me is I have to move my finger up to get that, and it feels kind of bad. But again, different people who have different preferences might feel differently. Or on the back, you have these R3, R4 buttons that you can use. I haven't messed with those a bit. Those feel okay in the hand. They're right by your fourth finger and pinky, or your ring finger and pinky. I think the coolest part is these touchpads on the front. So under the joysticks, you have these touchpads that are really nice, really responsive. You can click them. You can also, obviously they're touch activated, and they have this nice haptic kind of response as you're scrolling across them, which I quite enjoy. So I would say overall, my favorite part about the build is these haptic little touchpad thingies. But in terms of joysticks, the joysticks feel fine. They definitely feel better than a lot of portable devices. Even the Switch feels a lot better than that. I wouldn't put it on the level of like an Xbox or DualShock controller. The buttons feel nice. They're really tactile. The D-pad placement took a little while to get used to. It just feels like it's in an awkward position, but it's not terrible. It's just what you're used to. Another thing I don't particularly like are these two, I guess, hotkey buttons. I don't know what to call them, but this one is a Steam button, and this one's kind of like a menu button, and they're not tactile at all. Like they almost, there's, compared to all the other buttons that are nice and clicky, like everything, these are like mushy and weird. So, eh. But again, it's a weird thing with the Steam Deck because when a large company comes out with a product that's not necessarily, I know this is innovative, but There are other devices like it. A lot of people compare it to the Switch, for better or for worse. That's a somewhat accurate comparison. They compare it to the iNeo and other handheld devices. So when a company like Valve comes out with something, or any major company comes out with something to kind of like one up the competition, your mindset is always like, okay, this is going to be way more expensive and more premium. So is it worth the cost increase um, for this? But if you compare this directly to another handheld computer like an iNeo, it is significantly cheaper, which is a weird thing to wrap your mind around, which is, as for me, it was, because I was sitting here thinking, okay, like the shortcomings with the build quality and obviously it being a new release and all the bugs in the OS, like obviously, it's not worth the higher price. But then I'm thinking, wait, it's like almost half the price of an Aya Neo. So yeah, it's a weird area they came into. And honestly, for the price, I think this is a fantastic device. I do think there's a long way to go in terms of the UI and the bugs and features, but yeah, it's for the price for the cheaper ones. Obviously, this is the highest level one because that's the only one that's shipping right now. And that's the one I pre-ordered, but I mean, it's fine. I can see it getting much better in the future as more developers start fixing bugs and adding support for their software and whatnot. But I mean, out of the gate, brand new hardware with brand new software, you can't expect it to be perfect day one. So I'm not going to give it too much heat for that. But let's go ahead and dive into a game for a little bit. So you can go back into the home screen. Obviously, I mean, you can go through all the stuff. We can cruise through settings. It's not that exciting. You can go through format. So there is an SD slot, a micro SD slot on the bottom to add more storage. You can change notifications, display stuff, audio, connect Bluetooth devices, mess with the controller settings. Not much there right now. Obviously, you can plug in a keyboard and mouse. And then just generic Steam stuff, remote play. You can obviously use it for that, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so let's go into my library. Let's boot up some, I guess, Witcher, since that's already installed. Yo, the doc, welcome. I didn't see you drop in. What is up? The doc is in the house. Dan says consoles are always storefronts are always trying to sell you shit. Xbox Home always has been a mess too. Yeah, I'll admit, I haven't played on a console in a long time. I've been strictly PC for years now, so the console experience has passed me by at this point. Let's just say that. So let's go ahead and continue our game. You can see you can display the FPS at the top left of the screen. And I'll show you a cool little trick once we get in the game. So I do like what they've done here with, if I go into, use this hotkey at the bottom, you can go down to performance overlay. And if I change this, I can get more stats at the top left of the screen, which is pretty cool. So 2 gives you GPU percentage, CPU percentage, battery percentage. FSR is on. What do they call that? Something resolution, something. I feel like that's AMD's version of DLSS, right? And your FPS and frame count. So, and then you can go all the way up to the highest level of granularity and get what each core is doing, the clock speed of the GPU and the CPU, and how much RAM you're using, and a bunch of other stuff. So let's just leave that on for right now. We'll go in here and see what our, is it this one? Yeah. So we are on, let's take a look at our graphics. Let's bump this up to native resolution. Don't know why it wasn't on that by default. Hairworks, let's turn that low. And everything is on ultra. Ultra native resolution, which is just over 720p. So let's go back. Okay. Oh, it's native resolution on here, and we're on a 1080p screen. That's why we have the black bars. But yeah, so what is our FPS? As we're running around, it looks like we're sitting around 30, which it depends on who you are. If you consider that acceptable or not. God, I used to play Witcher with a controller, and then I moved to mouse and keyboard, so now going back to controller feels so weird. But 30 doesn't feel necessarily terrible. I'm sure it would feel better on the screen itself, but for right now, when you're in SteamOS, I don't know that there's a way to mirror your screen and an output, so we are just chilling with output right now. Yeah, the full screen res, 1280 by 800. Can you overclock this bad boy? No. So not right now, at least. It is a very early version of the BIOS from what I've seen. There's not much going on in there. I can't find anybody. Let's see. I want to get back into actually playing this game. I sacked it off a while ago, and every time I get back in, I forget where I'm at in the story, and I just wander around, and then I'm like, I'm gonna go play something else that requires less motivation. But, oh Jesus. I don't think I want to mess with that thing. What's over here? Oh, a bear. Yeah, yeah. Let's dodge, B. Okay. Oh, yeah. I gotta get used to these. Oh, God. No, get your weapon out. Yeah, this D-pad tricks me out every time. I think it's gonna be like... I'm used to a PlayStation controller where the D-pad is like up and to the left, but with this, it's kind of like right next to it, so I'll go to press the D-pad and just like miss. Yeah, I mean, obviously, what are we sitting at? Still 30 FPS? I feel like we're almost capped at 30. Are we capped at 30? In the settings? No, unlimited. It's almost like there's a hard cap on there at 30. Oh no, okay, 32, 33. Alright. Never mind. But yeah, 30 on this. It doesn't feel terrible, but obviously it could be better. I think the best part about that is it wasn't fluctuating much, so I would take just a constant 30, sitting around that over like going up to 60 and then down dips to like 20s and just constant fluctuating FPS. I'd rather just have just sitting at 30. Oh shit. Whoa, dude, I thought you were dead. Alright, how do I... Where's my... Oh god. Game saved? Apparently one of these hotkeys is a game save. Yeah, it's just throwing me off. But yeah, okay, so what are we sitting at? GPU is... Oh, shit. No, I don't know, dude. No, it was a prank. It's dip. I ain't trying to fight you, dude. So yeah, you can see we're pinned at 100% on the GPU. So we are bound by the GPU on this, obviously. And depending on the game you play, that could change, but this is not surprising for The Witcher. See the CPU sitting around 44%. We are getting into the high 70s on temperature. But the fans oh shit. Patrick, my man. Thank you so much. Toss a coin to your raid owl, O Valley of Plenty. Dude, I gotta, I tried watching season 2 of The Witcher on Netflix, and you know how when you're watching a show, and especially one like The Witcher, where you like zone out for a little bit, or you know, you look at your phone and then you try to get back into the show and you completely just lose it. Well, I did that for like 3 straight episodes, so I just legit need to start over. But I appreciate that, man. Did you see the this is what I'm having right now. The raspberry snowball. There's a lot going on in here. So raspberry, chocolate, coconut, toasted coconut, maple, almond, vanilla, cinnamon, milk sugar, Berliner Weiss, and it's pretty good. It's sweet. To me, it just tastes like chocolate covered raspberries. It's pretty freaking good. Very tasty. Nice desserty beer. But yeah, like I said, I really like how they included this overlay. It's super convenient for this. I wish this was built into like regular Steam, just like making it this easy, like a toggle. That'd be cool. Advanced view. Oh look, there's a frame rate limit here. I didn't even know you could do this. We are learning. Whoa. What is all this? Manual GPU clock control. Thermal power limit. Oh my god. So it immediately clocked my GPU down to 200 megahertz. What can I even go up to? So it'll only go up to 1600, which is what it was running at before. So I guess if you want to underclock it and get some better battery life, maybe, out of it, you can come in here and do that. Same thing with the TDP. You could turn this on, theoretically, and set it to... Okay, so I hate that. It immediately puts you at 0, so when you start sliding, it kind of jacks with whatever you're doing. Oh, it doesn't like that. So it doesn't let you go over the max, so obviously you can't overclock in here, but you can adjust it if you want to change it for like battery saving purposes, but I don't really want to do that. We are plugged in, so yeah. Scaling filter. I don't know the difference between these. So FSR. Oh. Wait, what? So this is native on the screen. So it doesn't do any scaling. So I guess that's what integer is. I gotta look up what these actually are. So if I put on FSR, does that change anything? Oh wait. Damn it. Let me put the overlay back on. No, we're still sitting at like 30. So I didn't really do anything. 0 sharp. Okay, well, whatever. That's at least cool that they added stuff like that. Okay, so I can press the Steam button and back out. Ooh, it's like a bit laggy there. And then you're back into your menu, and you can hear the fans. I mean, you guys probably can't hear the fans, but so even while it was running 100% and getting kind of up to 80 degrees on both the CPU and GPU, same thing, or integrated, whatever. None of this, they did a good job at keeping the heat away from where you'll be actually holding the device, because honestly, I don't feel any warmth at all. Everything is being exhausted through the top vent right here, and you can feel a significant amount of air come out when those fans ramp up. And on the back, it is slightly warm to the touch, but I wouldn't say it's like hot or anything. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, at the top, I forgot to mention here, you get a single USB-C plug, as well as a headphone jack, volume buttons, and the power switch. I do wish they had multiple I/O for this. Like dual USB-Cs would have been great. One for charging and then one for your dock maybe. Luckily my dock has pass-through for power, but 2 USB-C ports would have been convenient, or a USB-C port and a USB-A port, just so that if you do want to plug in a keyboard and mouse, you can just plug it in using the little USB receiver instead of having to use a dongle for that. But although USB-A is like not cool to put on your devices these days, so be with that what it is. I messed around earlier with Apex, and it was acting weird. So we'll jump into it. It is approved. You can see the green check mark on it, so it is Steam Deck ready, like they say. But it was acting up before. Like I would try to, anytime I tried to do something in the menu, it would freeze. One time it straight up kicked me out. I tried to get into a game once and it took a while, and once I got into the game, it was really laggy. I'm already logged in. What are you talking about? 1 second. Let me make sure this doesn't. There, you guys can see my overlay. Do you really have to do this every time? And now I can't. Okay, that's annoying. So I can't. Oh shit. So the touchscreen works even though you can't see anything on it. That is trippy. I have to check my email for a code. 1 second. I'm literally gonna have to use this keyboard. Luckily I have plugged in because I can't see the on-screen keyboard behind this prompt. Okay, we're in. Does your fan whine? The Steam Deck Discord has people complaining that the review units have different fans than end user units. It's definitely a higher pitched fan than what I'm used to in desktop systems, obviously, because it's a tiny little fan, but I wouldn't say it's any worse than like a regular laptop fan. I mean, yeah, it sounds like a laptop fan to me. But I'm kind of spoiled. I use a MacBook, an M1 MacBook Air that doesn't have a fan in it, so because I hate fan noise, especially in laptops, but I don't know what that says that this one doesn't bother me as much than my laptop fans, but do with that information what you want. So before I had to go into here. No, it's not what I wanted to do. How do I adjust the gameplay that I want to? Can I not? No. I want to change, like I can't go. Oh, okay. There we go. So before I just did firing range to test it out. Does this work too? Oh. I was hoping the touchpads worked. There's like a mouse on here, but it's the left analog stick. Fan noise is my kryptonite, dude. I know what you mean. That's literally why I run a water-cooled system. It is not because I think they're just like cool or anything. I mean, no pun intended. They're cool, I guess, but I just like being able to set a constant fan speed and have it just be, no matter what I'm doing, it runs extremely quiet, which is awesome. So it looks like it's better now. I don't know what was going on that first time I launched the game, because it was like sitting at like 30 FPS, then it would dip down into like the teens. I don't know if it was like loading shaders or something weird, or textures, or I don't know what was going on with that. But so for first-person shooters, I want to chalk this up to the capture card, because there is a little bit of lag with the controller. But when you're playing, obviously not through a capture card, directly on the screen, it feels better. But like right now, there's just a little bit of lag. I don't know if, let me check to see if VSync is on. Let me go into, okay. Is VSync on? Triple buffered VSync. How about we turn this off? It does feel better. There still is a little bit of lag that I think is due to the capture card, but it is certainly better, obviously, without VSync on. I mean, I didn't notice any tearing, so like there was any need for VSync to be on. Ashton C, thank you so much. Bought a 2070 Super for my dad for 700 Canadian dollars, which is about 560 USD. Big upgrade from my GT 1030 LOL. I would say that is quite the upgrade from a GT 1030. That's literally, I was using that in my off-grid. I don't know how much you've watched the channel, but I did a off-grid like server thing the other day, and I brought a game or a desktop to game on. I threw a 1030 in there to mess around with. And while it is a capable little card for some games, man, I'm sure that feels like quite the freaking upgrade going to a 2070. Oh, 2070 Super too. Yeah, that's legit, man. And I know how much of a pain it is to get graphics cards up in Canada right now. As per some people in my Discord. have been really trying to get a GPU upgrade lately.
Out of energy ammo.
But yeah, man, that's awesome. GT 1030 play the hell out of Zork. With the next 6 months, I expect the market to be flooded with high. So they did say, I don't know if you guys have seen the freaking, like, rumors have been going all around that GPU prices are going to drop in April. Nvidia has said it, EVGA has said it. A couple of other vendors are expecting their prices to go down because Nvidia said that they're reducing manufacturing costs by like 25%. But then they go ahead and release the $2,000 3090 Ti. So I don't know, man. I'll believe it when I see it. Let's just say that. I did feel a little hiccup there just now, but.
Heads up, dropping the pain.
So how do I? Oh wait, I've never played. I played this game like once. So, but yeah, I mean, looking at the FPS, sitting at a constant 60, I think we're running like native resolution medium, which up there's a little bit of stutter going on. How do I use? Wait. Why did my shit just go down to 2%? But yeah. Ethereum mining is going to shut down in June as of right now, so that's going to cause a lot of miners to sell. This sounds dope to me, just in time for summer. So I'm only mining on 2 of my... Oh, Ryder, I didn't even see... I'm so sorry. I missed your tip, man. If you're still around, thank you so much for the tip. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm mining with 2 of my cards right now. I was mining with like 4, but I'm just so over it with the GPU prices right now, and it's just so shitty and freaking the difficulty has gone up so much, and it's just a pain in the ass, especially when it's summertime and it just dumps a shit ton of heat in the house. So I'm kind of over the mining thing right now. So yeah. It went to 2% because I used... Oh, is that what that was? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, like I said, I've never played this. It looks nice though. It feels nice. I took an hour-long trip to the closest Canada Computers retail store near me. They seem to have quite a few GPUs, really. That's freaking good news then. I haven't checked. I've been saying this for a couple of weeks because I tried to. I emailed the Micro Center near me, and the manager was like, I asked him, I was like, hey, can I come in and do a video? Because I've never been to Micro Center. I'd be cool to do for my channel, like my first time at Micro Center. I'm down to like whatever you guys want to show off. That's perfectly cool. We can collaborate, whatever. He was like, yeah, cool. Just give me some more details on what you're trying to do. And then I emailed him about like my ideas, and then he just never responded. I followed up and asked him if he put any more thought into it. And again, no response. So, yeah, I guess I'm just going to have to go to Micro Center with my camera and hope they let me in. Caleb Lundquist, hey, I just wanted to pop in real quick and let you know that I found your channel recently, and I love your content, especially the recent stuff about TrueNAS Scale. Love it. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for stopping by and the kind words. I'm glad to hear that you're liking stuff on the channel. I like to dabble in different things, so whether that's networking, home server stuff, PC builds, gaming, some light gaming stuff, but yeah, man, I'm glad you liked the TrueNAS video. That was one of my most popular recent ones, so awesome. If Ethereum mining goes away, they will choose a different coin to prop up. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Ethereum's not the only coin you can mine for sure, but it definitely is the most popular. So if anything, it'll at least put a dent in the shitty mining world. Ryder's my dog. He must have gotten a hold of the computer when I was out of the room. Well, go out of the room again and keep, hey, Ryder, keep stealing that credit card. So yeah, you guys get the picture. Back out. So yeah, I mean, overall thoughts on the Steam Deck as a whole for me personally, because I can't speak on everybody's experience. So I feel like the people who ordered the Steam Deck fell into one of two categories. You either play a lot of games and want a device that you can carry around and play all your Steam games on, which is the market that Valve intended. Then I think there's people on the other side that I kind of fit more into this group where you saw this and you saw that it was a brand new kind of custom made CPU and GPU. You heard that it was running a custom version of like Arch. You heard that they were going to unlock it to use desktop mode, and you saw this as kind of a cool portable Linux machine that can also play games. So that's kind of the boat I'm in right now, and I would say if I was more in the, if I played games a lot, then I would really be enjoying this more. But the only thing is that certain games aren't approved, like Steam Deck ready, I guess is what they're calling it. So if I go to all games, you can see certain games are either on, like you get the question mark there at the bottom right. That means they haven't even been tested. The green check mark means that they are Steam Deck approved. The yellow icon means like it should work okay. So, and then some are just like does not work at all. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of games that still have yet to be Steam Deck verified or upgraded or whatever they have to do to get a Steam Deck ready. So I'm certain that as time goes on, more people get their hands on a Steam Deck and more developers get involved. You'll see a lot more games become supported. But for right now, obviously there's a limited amount, which could obviously cause you to not want to buy one right now. Not that you can't buy one right now anyway, but I just want I just want one to put on my shelf next to my Vita. It's like the Vita's big brother. I always think, yeah, I see it pop up every once in a while that the PSP was like too ahead of its generation. Like I feel like if the PSP was released like right now, it would do so much better than it did. I know it was a lot bigger in overseas in Japan than it was in the US, but I remember when the original PSP got released, and it was around the time I believe that the Nintendo DS came out, and it was like this was back. I remember I was in junior high. I remember that specifically, and this was before like social media was a thing and everyone could share like immediately influencers got it and showed all the cool things. Like you didn't see that. Like we had like these gamer magazines that we would look at for stuff. And I remember one of my friends came up to me like between or like during lunch period and pulled a PSP out of his bag. And I remember being so freaking mind blown by how ginormous the freaking screen was on that thing. Because think back to that time, there wasn't anything with a massive screen like that. The iPhone wasn't even a thing yet, so we didn't even have cell phones with giant screens. And the PSP came out, I was like, holy crap, dude, this is nothing can beat this. And now we're sitting with things like this, which is crazy. I have the original Vita with the OLED. It's so nice. Yeah, I had a Vita for a while. I don't even remember what happened to it. I guess I sold it. I don't remember. I've got my OLED still from when it launched, and it's hacked and loaded for bear. Yeah, hacking the PSPs, I remember, was a huge, huge thing. Uh, I'm gonna mess this name up. Bastier? Dude, I butchered that. I am sorry. How realistic would you say this leaving your home, and is it something you can just toss in a bag just cuz? Um, so it is a little bigger than, so when you think of something as portable, right? I kind of think of that in two kind of categories. Portable being that I can put it in my pocket and like be comfortable with just carrying it around all day. So like obviously a phone, this is portable. Certain things you can carry around are portable. Then there's like portable in that I can chuck it in a bag, a backpack, and that kind of portable. So obviously this isn't fitting in a pocket unless you're wearing some big boy cargo shorts or something. But chucking this in the bag, I think it would be okay. The joysticks are the only things I can think of that would kind of irk me out. Just kind of being pressed up against stuff in your bag. But with the case, it doesn't add too much bulk. You could definitely throw in a backpack, but it's kind of pushing that limit to something I would want to carry around. I mean, it's really not terrible in terms of size. If you travel a lot or you're on a train, public transportation, I think this would be an awesome device to pull out of your bag, play around with. You're done, turn it off, put it in sleep mode, put it back in. The battery life, from what I've seen, has been pretty decent. But yeah, Bastion. That's easier to say. Banana for scale. I don't have a banana around, but I do have an iPhone. So comparatively to an iPhone, this is what you get. So what's about two iPhones tall and about 1.5 iPhones wide and about 2.5 iPhones thick. There you go. There's your accurate scientific measurements. But yeah, I mean, like I said, this is right now. I think this is for the people who really, really need something to play their AAA titles on, and they travel a lot, or like I said, they're on public transportation and they want something moderately portable that they can get a good gaming experience out of. But as everybody knows, or most people know, this thing runs its own version of Arch Linux. And if I go down to power here, you can see there's a switch to desktop. So if we do that, imagine being 15 years old and starting a LAN party with random kids on a train or a bus ride. That would be freaking hilarious. So, check it out. We are in desktop mode. Oh wait, I got to so one thing that's annoying about this is if you go into desktop mode and you don't have a keyboard or mouse, so you can use the touchpad, which, like I said, this is like my favorite part of the Steam Deck. Just like the haptic response you get, and it's frozen. Oh, never mind. Okay, we're good. So it's got like this haptic feedback that feels so nice on this thing. You can click it, kind of, use it like a mouse, touchpad. But there's no way to, out of the gate, to bring up the on-screen keyboard. So you can go into like, what did I just do? I just moved that. So you can go into Firefox and you can't bring up the on-screen keyboard. There's no like hotkey for it that I know of right now, which is annoying. So you do have to have a dedicated keyboard and a mouse. I don't know where to put this. Just throw you right there. Which I do have, luckily. And one of my ideas for this was to see if I could use the Steam Deck as my actual computer for like a week. When I was a kid, I had Game Boy Link cable, yo. Yeah, same here. That was linking up and doing some Pokemon trades or some Pokemon battles. That was my childhood in a nutshell. But okay, let's mess with this for a second. Go into here. I'll switch this over. Let me display settings. Let's disable the laptop screen. Make this primary. 1 second. All right. So now this is our main desktop. Keep. And yeah, so it is kind of like its own little version of custom Arch. And obviously not everything is supported right out of the gate, but you can go to this cool little, let me slide that back over, or not. You can go to like their app store. I've never used Arch, by the way. I don't use Arch, by the way. So I don't know how much of this is native Arch and how much of this is like custom, but you can go in here and search for applications and they have a lot of like useful things. So qubit torrent, transmission, some random little games, video downloader for all you people that want to download my YouTube videos, VLC. And I mean, you can scroll through this and see there's some good stuff here, but obviously everything isn't natively supported right out of the gate. I haven't messed with it too much yet. The first thing I did want to mess around with and try out was Kdenlive, which is the video editing software that I used on my Raspberry Pi challenge, where I used a Raspberry Pi as a desktop for a week. And I edited the entire video on a Raspberry Pi as well. So Kdenlive is supported through here. I don't know why it's in beta. It's a Kdenlive beta. But yeah, so the plan is to use the Steam Deck as like my desktop for maybe I'll do a week again, just like the Raspberry Pi, and edit the entire video on here as well. So I thought I had I already have a test project out there. Feel free to skip if it's too off topic, but could you give a short summary of Proxmox versus TrueNAS Scale as a hypervisor on a home server, trying to weigh out my options? No, that's what these streams are for. Don't worry about it. Anybody out there, feel free to ask anything. I go into these streams with kind of a topic just to keep me on track and give me something to talk about as like a starting point, but we're totally down with going off topic if it's something interesting and something you guys want to talk about. But yeah, the quick TLDR version is Proxmox. I would say is more designed to be for virtualization in terms of if you want to spin up multiple VMs and services using Linux containers and the virtual machine management and configuration is so much better in Proxmox than in TrueNAS Scale. But TrueNAS Scale is extremely good for setting up a NAS, and it being on top of Linux now instead of FreeBSD is a huge step forward in them making it more into a virtualization kind of one-stop shop. But as of right now, obviously they did add their kind of store where you can spin up applications and containers on top of Docker. So they have a cool little app store. You can do like their one-click setups of certain applications. If that fits your use case, then awesome. But when I think of TrueNAS Scale, I think of it as if I want to install, if my main use case for my home server is going to be a NAS, then I want TrueNAS. And if I also want to run some containers on top of it, you also have that ability now using Docker with TrueNAS Scale instead of having to go TrueNAS Core and using their jail system. So it just depends on your use case. I think they're both great. They will both, at the end of the day, get you where you need to go. But one is kind of designed for one thing and one is kind of designed more for the other. So again, just depends on what you want to do. But yeah, good question. Bastion, is DaVinci Resolve available for that? I was gonna get to that because that is what I looked into to see if Resolve was on here. And I went to the Resolve website and I haven't tried it yet. It's not available in the App Store, but they do say it might work. That's kind of what I got out of it. So that will be something I need to test to see if it works. But so they give you this kind of like table right here with like driver support and stuff, but I wouldn't trust any of this considering this is like a custom driver and a custom chip. So like I said, I'll have to do some testing, but I would much rather use DaVinci Resolve than Kdenlive. Have you have any drones? I wonder if you could use the Steam Deck as a controller for one. Yeah, I have it's just casually sitting by my feet. The Mavic Air 2. I think there is an app, like a third-party app that you can use to fly DJI drones with. I use the regular one. I mean, I don't do anything fancy. This isn't like an FPV drone or anything, but that would be pretty cool with a bigger screen to control the drone. That would be kind of cool. Good question, Mr. Rippy. Just a casual drone sitting by my feet, chilling. It's too dark, I can't see. Okay. I wanted to get the DJI controller, but they're literally like, they don't make them anymore. They're like discontinued. I've seen people who run TrueNAS Core in a Proxmox virtual machine alongside of Linux VM running Docker and all the other things. Yeah, personally, that's what I do. Not TrueNAS Scale, but I run Proxmox as my main hypervisor, and then I virtualize TrueNAS Core, and I pass through my HBA card directly to TrueNAS, so it's almost like it's running on bare metal because it has direct access to the drives. So yeah, I mean, you can get the best of both worlds if you really want to. I mean, any video software, any video editing software that's working would be fine. Yeah, like I said, I used Kdenlive in my Raspberry Pi video, and I edited the whole video on that thing, and it worked pretty well. So I do like how when you just drag it in, you can set it to use a proxy, so it'll just create the proxy right there. And now I can actually edit it because it's down to a 720p proxy.
We will be utilizing the Anchor.
Hey, this is me.
3 power station.
By the way, 15% off with code RAIDOWLANCHOR on an Anchor Power Station 533 using my affiliate link in the video, FYI. So yeah, if we go into like utility or system, I think, system monitor, we can check out, I do like the system monitor that's built into Arch. This is really nice. So if we just go ahead and play the video, like, so it is encoded, it's like H.264, so it's not like it's ProRes, so it is using some CPU usage to even play this. And yeah, you can see we're using 52, high 50% just playing back this in H.264 720p. Meet you guys at the campsite. So yeah, I mean, welcome to. I edited an entire video on a Raspberry Pi, so if I could do that, I'm 100% certain I won't have too much of an issue editing a video using a Steam Deck. But I was just thinking how cool it would be. Like, I almost think of this as like a portable computer, like I said earlier, like a portable computer that you can also edit on, or not also, that you can also game on. Because I think of how cool it would be to just, yeah, like when traveling or on a plane, you can play like your AAA titles and bust out The Witcher, or, you know, freaking, I'm brain farting right now. Elden Ring, and then, you know, assuming more software gets supported and the desktop experience cleans up and whatnot, you could straight up just plug it in and use it as a regular computer, which again is freaking cool. So I do like that they by default threw in a nice desktop environment. It's not perfect, but it works. We're not 7.4, we're 7.3. Don't hack me, bro. I don't want another crypto worm. So yeah, like I was saying with my Proxmox instance, you can see I have TrueNAS virtualized here. I can't remember exactly who was asking that, but yeah, so I run Proxmox, but I have a TrueNAS virtual machine, and you can see if I go to hardware, I have my LSI card passed directly through to that virtual machine, and all of my drives are physically connected to that card. So my TrueNAS machine sees those as drives directly plugged in, which is pretty freaking cool. So yeah, I mean, you can get the best of both worlds. Spin up Proxmox, virtualize TrueNAS, and try them out. If you think TrueNAS fits your needs in terms of virtualization and hosting your services, then you can run TrueNAS on bare metal. It's completely up to you. I did try to natively install like Linux Ubuntu. I tried Proxmox just to see if they would install it all on this thing, and they would not. Not even Ubuntu almost got there, but during the installation it just crapped out. Proxmox wouldn't even like begin to like it. The installation kind of booted up and then it just shit the bed. So I did try to get something fancy, some kind of fancy OS on here, but no luck just yet. Funny enough, like right when I made the stream, like scheduled on the channel, I went in and the first comment was Mr. Wes Crockett, famously known in my streams for being a Unraid shill. And he asked, can it boot from a USB device? Meaning, will it run Unraid? I haven't tried it, but I'm gonna guess no. Because while Unraid does boot from the USB, it doesn't run off the USB, so I can't imagine it'll actually work. But yeah, I think the game plan for this is to get more familiar with the desktop experience because that's kind of what I'm more excited about right now. Obviously, it's cool that they put a lot of work into Steam OS and they're adding more and more games every day to the list of supported games. But I just think this part of it is so freaking cool. And for someone who has no experience with Arch, this just gives me more motivation to get familiar with using Arch. So I can be part of the I use Arch, by the way, meme crowd. Heck underscore, I did see Vim. Yeah, I do eventually want to start using Vim because I know it is more functional than Nano, but every time I try to get into it, I'm just like, this is such a pain in the ass. I just want to edit something, leave me alone. Jorgen, I really like using LXC containers for everything in Proxmox, but Docker is a bit more interesting. Should I run Docker in LXC on the bare host or in a virtual machine? I'd rather not. I run it in a virtual machine just because I was more familiar with virtual machines and more comfortable with them. So the pros and cons for a virtual machine versus an LXC container is that, so a virtual machine cons, obviously, it's going to cause more overhead. It's going to take longer to spin up. But pros with virtual machines is that you have more control over it and it's not running on the host's kernel. So you don't have to worry about if you're updating your host and some update goes wrong or some update breaks your LXC container or something that was running in your LXC container that was dependent on a previous kernel. You don't have to worry about that if you're running a virtual machine. But the pros of a LXC container are the low overhead and being able to spin them up in literally like 15 seconds, 30 seconds. You can get one up and running. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, I mean, if you have a really powerful CPU, like mine's kind of overkill in my server, then I don't have a problem spinning up a couple of virtual machines. But if you ask me which one is more efficient and better overall, I'd say using an LXC container, but are you also virtualizing your firewall? Tony asks. No, I am running a dedicated SG1100 from Netgate that is running pfSense, but I will have a video coming up. I have like 3 videos that I haven't decided which one I want to make next, but one of the videos coming up is going to be me replacing my SG1100 with the Zima board, which I've featured in quite a few of my last videos, to see if there's a performance increase because the Zima board itself is significantly cheaper than anything from Netgate. Netgate stuff is good, but it is very expensive for the most part. So I will be testing that to see how a Zima board compares to the SG1100. And if it works better, then I'll probably just leave it to do that, which I do want to do, or I don't want to do because the Zima board's so cool and I like having it as like a little portable server and it has so many use cases. But if it performs that well, then I'd also want to leave it. So we'll see. Not the worst thing, not the worst problem to have, right? The Hacking Nacho, Gen 2 greater than Arch. He's not wrong. Maybe. I wouldn't go into an Arch community forum and say that. They might throw another crypto mining worm on your server. I use Chrome OS. Does that count as Gen 2? Hey, if you want it to count as Gen 2, you go ahead. Ain't nobody stopping you. But yeah, I mean, this is... I don't necessarily know how I feel about it because which is causing me to... Because obviously I want to make a video on this while there's limited supply and YouTube isn't completely saturated with videos about it, but I don't want to make a video where I don't have a definitive conclusion on how I feel about the device. And right now, I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it's based on Gen 2, is it? I don't even know that. The more you know. Neat. So yeah, sure, Tony. Count it. So yeah, like I was saying, I really don't know how I feel about the Steam Deck. I think I like it. I see the potential in it, but it being so early in terms of hardware and software, there's just certain things and certain bugs that pop up and random lags, and it's just not as polished as it probably will be in the next couple of months. But again, these software bugs are just things that can easily be fixed. Hardware things, not so much, but again, I don't really have too much to complain in terms of the hardware. It's pretty solid for what it is, especially for the price. Long Yap. Long Yap. Can it connect to an external GPU? It can. If you get a NVMe to PCI adapter and plug a GPU into that and take out the NVMe drive. So you'd have to take off the back of the Steam Deck, take out the NVMe drive, put in an NVMe to PCI ribbon cable and plug the GPU in to that ribbon cable. And then you can have a GPU while booting into Windows over USB, which sounds completely dumb. Like, I don't know why you would want to do that, because I imagine the performance you get out of it is not worth the trouble. But you can do it. So, yeah. Someone shoved a GPU in the M.2 adapter. Yeah, you can definitely do it, but So I have a Windows, so you can install Windows. You can run Windows one of two ways. You can wipe the internal NVMe drive and install Windows to that, or you can boot directly from a USB drive and run Windows there, which is what I've done because I still want to mess around with SteamOS. I don't want to wipe that, install Windows, and then when I want to go back, I have to wipe that, install SteamOS again. So right now, I'm just kind of booting it off of a USB drive to see how it performs. So, whoa. Tony, thank you so much, man. Thank you for the $10. No message to go with it, but feel free to drop your comments in the chat, man. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. I'm glad to see you. I don't believe you've been in the chats before, so a new face. That's awesome. And if you have, I apologize. So, thank you. But let's go ahead and see if we can get Windows run. I mean, I know we can get it running, but I want to figure out the best way to get it. So it does act kind of wonky, I've noticed. I don't know if it's a product of my USB dock, but when you're like turning it off and on and plugging in external monitor, it starts acting wonky. So I'm just going to unplug this for now. So you guys are going to go black for a second. And I'm going to, oh wait, I don't have a, okay. Shut down. Shut down. Shutting down in 30 seconds. Just shut down now. Okay, there we go. So I'm not going to plug in the monitor just yet. Just chill with that for a second. Let's get into the BIOS. Should even turn on? Oh, there we go. Okay, let's boot from Windows. So running Windows off of a USB drive isn't the best, but yeah. I just think it's cool. You are answering questions. Cheers, man. Yeah, that's what these streams are for. People drop in, have some cool things to talk about. Like I said, these live streams they're very open, very chill. Like the only I come in with a topic just so that I'm not sitting here twiddling my thumbs wondering what to do while I stream. So like I said, you can come in, ask questions. If we divert off topic for the rest of the stream, that's perfectly okay. But yeah. Also an unrack haid. Oof, dyslexia. Also an unraid hack, by the way, is there. Unraid on this thing would be interesting. I don't really know. I mean, you could run some like containers, some Docker stuff. I wouldn't really use it as like a NAS. You can dual boot now, plus there's TPM support too. Did they release an update already to dual boot? All right, let me plug this in. Go in, damn it. And here we are in Windows, running on the Steam Deck. So you can see if we go into like Task Manager. Surprisingly, our USB drive isn't pinned to 100 yet. CPU, AMD custom APU 0405. Oh, I meant I am the Unraid hack or shill. Unraid's awesome. I need to do a couple more videos on Unraid. I haven't given it the love that I have on other hypervisors, but I'll get there. I'll get there. Just because I don't use it doesn't mean I dislike it. So, yeah, I'll have to check it out. See if this dual booting thing actually can work. That would be cool. But for right now, yeah, we're running off of a USB drive. And I mean, going into GPU-Z, it sees, like I got the drivers installed, so we have video drivers for the GPU. And going into GPU-Z, it understands what it is. The sensors don't work, but that's okay. So you can see all the information is here. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be working. So we have Vulkan, ray tracing, no PhysX, of course, OpenGL. Sensors don't really work. Okay, over here it's showing 200, which should be right for doing nothing. Temperatures don't work. Load, I don't, there should be at least some load on there. Temperature seems like it might be working. And VRAM, I guess that's what that is. Hello. Huh? I don't know if you're
Is it
gonna like.
weird?
Huh?
Is it weird?
It's sweet. It just tastes like a chocolate covered raspberry. I don't think you'll like it.
Why is it? It sounds like chocolate, does it?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, raspberry chocolate. Just tastes like a chocolate covered raspberry to me. It's really sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
I like sweet though. Beer break. Um, but yeah, I mean, I could see. So now that we're in Windows, I mean, you can run basically whatever you want now. So if we wanted to install like the Docker GUI, the Docker desktop app for Windows, and run some Docker stuff from Windows, can we? What is this? Why are you telling me to? Just let me install it for download for Windows. So yeah, throw Windows on it if you really want like a Windows like desktop experience and just run natively like Docker, I guess. I don't know. I'd stick with SteamOS just for learning purposes. Can you overclock or overvolt this thing? Not as of now. You can underclock it in the GUI. When you bring up the settings, you can manually set a TDP, which max right now I think is 15 watts it pulls. You can adjust it from 0 to 15 or 1 to 15. And then you can also set a manual clock speed on the GPU anywhere from 200 megahertz to 1600 megahertz. Is SteamOS fully open source? Can you access root when the next kernel with optimization for this APU comes out? You should shove it into SteamOS and break some stuff live. I mean, that's typical for my live streams. I do usually break things. But I don't think I'll be able to do that. I'm fairly certain it's not open source. But I'm sure some people way smarter than me will you can set root as read write, really? Yeah, I can see some people way smarter than me coming up with some weird hacks for this thing, but as of right now, very limited people have gotten their hands on these, and I'm sure over time we'll see some cool stuff going down with this. But yeah, there's our USB drive pinned to 100% now that we're actually doing something. There we go, we're getting some use out of our GPU. Oh God, it's so hot in here. Oh, studio lights, man. They put out some freaking heat. It is cool that like the GPU drivers, Wi-Fi drivers, storage drivers, and Bluetooth drivers are all supported on launch day right out of the gate for Windows, which is crazy. So it is cool seeing the devs be so open about being like, hey, you want to throw Windows on here? Go ahead. They could have easily locked this down to just saying, hey, you're just running SteamOS on this. And that's it. We don't want you idiots breaking this thing and yelling at us. So it is cool to see that they are being open and letting people do what they wish with their hardware. Did it auto install Radeon software? No, I went to the Steam Deck like Windows resources and downloaded the driver directly from there. I don't know if it'll. I doubt it would automatically do it through like Windows updates or anything. Now, maybe a couple of months once they get the drivers in to Windows updates, but it'd be a while, I think. I didn't really test it. I didn't give it an opportunity to test it though, so maybe it does. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh. Oh. Oof. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out what to do with this thing in terms of a video. Like, I don't know what angle I want to go for. I guess I could just do an overall, like, how I feel about it, what I'm curious about, and how I'm currently using it. But like I said earlier, I don't have an overall feeling towards it, so I don't know how the tone of the video is going to go. Because while I do think it's an impressive piece of hardware, the software is just so early a version that I don't want to be like, oh, it's great because of the potential. But edit a video on it, yeah. So when I end up doing a video on this, I will edit the entire video on it as well. So I guess I could potentially install Premiere Pro on here and run it in Windows, which would be hilarious. Or I assume Resolve, well, I assume Resolve would run better. Premiere's, the optimization of Premiere is straight garbage. But I'm so used to Premiere that I'd be more comfortable using Premiere on this, but I don't know. I'll test both out. It would be cool to see how this thing handles apps like that, because in Arch, you can probably get Resolve working. I haven't tested it. You might be able to. That's something I'll have to test before deciding to do the editing on Windows. I could also use Kdenlive. I got to restart Windows. Which is what I used on my Raspberry Pi video. When I used a Raspberry Pi for a week, I edited the entire video on a Raspberry Pi using Kdenlive, and which sounds like it would be miserable, and it honestly wasn't too bad, shockingly. I had an easier time editing the video than I did like just getting certain applications working. Oh my God, just shut down. But yeah, that's the plan. I will be editing an entire video on it. Are you gonna shut down? Frick, man. So there was something weird going on. Last time I shut down from Windows, it wouldn't let me get back into the BIOS until I booted directly into SteamOS and then shut down from there. And then it would let me get into the BIOS. So I'm kind of curious to see if I can repeat that bug. There we go. All right, let's see if it'll let us in. Fingers crossed. Come on, let us in. Oh, nice. Oh, look, you guys can see the BIOS. Check it out. Or the boot manager, at least. So here is where you can select to use the built-in NVMe drive to boot into SteamOS or the USB drive in which we have Windows installed on. Resolve has a converter to make it more Debian friendly for SteamOS as well. Well, SteamOS is Arch, so if it was Debian, you could probably be up and running. But actually, I don't know. Working with custom chips and drivers is always a tough go for software. Oh, updates, come on. Wait, why aren't you guys seeing this on stream? Off? On. Oh, that was exciting. Oh, it's gonna restart. I'm not gonna be able to get back in. Oh God, what is this? That doesn't look right. Oh my God. Let's see if y'all can see this. It's not even, oh my God, hello? What is that? It was like squiggles all across the top of my screen. Let's try that again. Oh, I'm an idiot. I unplugged this and now I don't have the USB plugged in. All right, take two or three, but who's counting? All right, let me in. There we go. All right. It is not outputting to the video this time. That's what I was saying. Like, it's very finicky about doing video output using a dock. Like sometimes just booting up, it'll work. No, why are you sideways now? More updates? Bruh. Arch? Forget breaking stuff. That OS can do it all by itself. Zing. Ooh, throwing shots, dude. Throwing shade at Arch, by the way. Is there a distro like of Arch called Arch BTW? That would be funny. Probably a quick startup option in Windows. It's on power settings. What is that? Are you talking about like the display out or? Oh, fast startup Windows does some weird stuffs. Well, it's at 92% on the update, so hopefully it finishes soon. 96%. What an exciting stream. I'm reading you guys. Okay, we're in. Oh my God, it changed the display back to portrait. You jerk. Okay. Let's try this. Oh, display settings. Why can I not edit the orientation? Oh, that is not good. What happened? What? What just happened? What the hell is going on? It detects the other monitor, but it's not. What? No, I don't want to only show on one. How about we only show on two? Yes, sure. What is this? Oh. Okay. Maybe you guys can see something now? Okay. Bro. You kidding me, dude? Blah, 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 blah. Go stand in the corner and think about what you've done. I might have to, dude. Okay, what do I have to do? What is this? Download the Linux kernel update package. Okay. Run the package. Okay. Got to restart again after this, apparently. Open PowerShell and run this to set WSL2 as the default. Okay. What am I running? Oops. Oops. Okay. So I gotta restart again. Pain in my ass. I don't think you need to do that step. I didn't have to do it last time. I've only messed with WSL and Docker desktop on Windows once, and I didn't have to do that second step. But I did want to have to do it again and restart again. Be a huge, huge pain in the ass. So why do you take so long to shut down? Shut down, damn it. I'll switch to the face view so you guys can get a better look at my face in the meantime. Oh, okay. I had a Ryzen 4500U laptop when they first came out and installed Arch Manjaro because none of the Debian or Fedora distros had the latest kernel. GPU support was great. Nothing else worked great. That's dope. Impressive that that worked right out of the gate with the 4500U. Have you seen the, I wonder if the Asus ROG is still the only laptop right now with the new RDNA 2 mobile Ryzen chips. Wait, did that even turn on? Dude, what is this? What is this? Why? What are you doing? Hello? I'm telling you, dude, it gets janky when you leave the USB dock and like HDMI plugged in. I don't know why. You fear to go into that BIOS. The dwarves delve too greedily and too deep. You know it. They awoke in the darkness. Look, we're in. We're in. We made it. All right. Boot though. All right, I think we're good now. Right now, gonna wake up in the Balrog. I hope not. I just want to wake up in my bed, man. Okay, so see what happens when we. Okay, okay, okay. We're in. All right, so now we have Docker installed. We can use Docker Desktop if that's like your jam. Or not. Uh, well, maybe. I'll see if it even does anything. Okay, maybe it wasn't as. It didn't even. I mean, will it even give me like the commands? Is Docker really that jacked up? Oh my goodness. Okay, maybe this wasn't as intuitive as I thought it was going to be. I thought since we had Windows okay, there we go. It's just really freaking slow. Okay, so we do have Docker. Maybe Docker Desktop just didn't work, or maybe Docker just doesn't start. No, Docker should be running. I remember last time I just installed Portainer. So let's see if we can get Portainer working. Patrick says, my first Ryzen build was with the 2200G. I struggle like I'm mad to find a version of Linux with a new enough kernel to support the integrated graphics. Now it's much easier. Yeah, like the support, I don't know the best way of wording this, but the, dude, is it really, hello? Are you gonna open? Jesus, what took so long? I'm seeing more, what I was trying to get at is I'm seeing more and more people switching to, or at least attempting to use whatever version of Linux, whatever distro as kind of a desktop replacement, which is, wait, now what? Oh, log4j, cool. Wait, what? So now it's working? Okay, okay. More people are getting involved in using Linux as their desktop of choice, which is not forcing, but it makes developers more active in terms of giving them a more out-of-the-box solution. And you could see that with a lot of these, the meme is that, is this the year of the gaming desktop for Linux? But it is getting closer. We are seeing more and more distros come out that are wait, can I? I've never even tried this. We do not even have to. I mean, it's so sidetracked. Do you not even have to create the doc or the volume? Oh my gosh, mouse is being a pain in the ass. So it doesn't even create a Portainer volume like it does in the regular install that I'm used to. What was I saying? I was basically just trying to get at that more and more people are seeing Linux as an actual desktop replacement now, which is driving devs to make it better, which is, I guess, a circle, which is also causing more people to use it as a desktop replacement. I use Fedora right now, but Bedrock Linux makes life easy. Yeah, I feel like Fedora has gotten, obviously not overtaking Ubuntu, but Fedora is like what I see pop up is like second. I feel like I was seeing people use Pop OS for a while, but I feel like that kind of died down. I see less and less Pop OS stuff coming up. And then the absolute mad lads use Arch, by the way. Running, I've never even heard of that. Batocera, is that how you say it? With a Ryzen G series built in my living room. Even runs Simu pretty well through Wine. Impressive. I've never tried that. People say Fedora is the new Ubuntu. What does that make Ubuntu? Dead? Is Ubuntu a dead OS? Oh wait, it's done. So, okay, you're running on port 9001. It's HTTPS. Hackers are stealing my Portainer. Missing request signature headers on what? Hello? Hello? Why? TLS handshake error. Unknown certificate. TLS handshake error. Why would it even... What? From what? This is weird. What the hell? Oh, you just installed the agent, not the server. Why is that separated in this? Oh. Okay, this makes way more sense. Okay. I was like, what the hell? Why is this so much different? This shouldn't be any different on Docker desktop. I was like, why would it be? Okay. Okay. That makes sense. So I was wondering why the hell, it's like, why would I even have to create a volume? Why is it different on in Windows Docker desktop? But okay. Yeah, this makes way more sense. Ubuntu is the new Windows 8. Jesus. Poor Ubuntu, man. That's brutal. Imagine being called Windows 8. That's worthy of getting smacked by Will Smith, man. Okay, now we're good. Dude, I need a new wireless mouse and keyboard setup. This one is just poo-poo. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh. Okay, I guess you're running on 9,000 HTTPS. Or not. You should be running on 9,000. What network is it using? How do I see? How do I see what? There we go. What? Does it really want me to use like the 244? Like that shouldn't even make a difference. Why? I've literally never had an issue running Portainer. My God, this mouse. Anybody got any ideas? Why? This is like the most basic installation. What the hell's going on? 9443? 9443 shouldn't even be exposed. Like, it's just 8,000 and 9,000. Oh, I wonder if it, well, no, it's localhost. It shouldn't even matter to have ports exposed, right? I don't know how Windows works with like firewall. I mean, it's internal, so it shouldn't even matter. This shouldn't matter, but nope. Nope. Restart. In WSL, I think you need to use the WSL IP. What is its own? What is the IP it's using then? How do I see that? How do you get the WSL IP? I wish it said it like right here. That would be convenient. Dev environments, no. What is this? Settings? Configure the way Docker containers interact with the Docker subnet. So is it on its own subnet? WSL hostname list. Oh, I? One two 127.0.1.1? Okay, maybe it's running on HTTPS. Why, why is this so difficult? Does it matter that's WSL2 version 2? I can't imagine there's a difference, right? I don't think it's like a different thing, right? Okay, never mind. 127.0.1.1. What the hell's going on here? Why does it say this is the, I mean, this is the Docker subnet, but I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah. This needing to route the IPs is why I immediately gave up on Docker desktop. Yeah, I don't remember it being, like I said, I've used this once ever, and I don't remember it being this much of a pain in the ass. Yeeshka. There's not much in terms of settings here either. Okay. Try the button that sends you to the port. You mean like in shit. Here? What the hell just happened? Copy to clipboard? Is it really just, did it really just copy like, yeah, thanks. I don't get, why is it, it's assuming that it's running on the local IP, but it's not telling me what that is. Oh, the box with the arrow. Are you talking about in settings? Where was I with that information? The port. Hover over container. You talking about this? Open in browser? Your video on running Docker in Windows motivated me to install Docker the first time, but since then I think I've done it in Debian, so I'm lost on what's going on. Yeah, I I never had this much of a problem even using Docker desktop, so I don't know what got jacked up in the process. I guess having it installed Docker through Docker desktop was different than just installing Docker on Windows, like just bare Docker. Like, do they make you install Docker desktop? I don't think so, right? Oh, they do. So you have to install Docker desktop. I don't know what I did differently, but it's all kinds of jacked up. Well, it's just another random, like, file browser. Just give me like the old one-liner. I don't have a config file though. I feel like doing all this. What's like a one-liner that I can install? Oh, I don't know. This has gone way too. I don't feel like dealing with this right now. Let's chalk this up to a weird issue that I will tell myself that I will investigate and fix one day, but actually not. All right, later, gotta go. Thank you for stopping by, GamerCat Meow. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. A regular in the stream. You have a good rest of your night. Yeah, Dan says because it's a Steam Deck, maybe you need to do up, up, down, down, left, right, BA. I would try it. Oh wait, it's actually doing stuff on here. What are these? I love this touchpad. That's the best part about the Steam Deck. And I think this one scrolls. Well, it did, and in the native Arch desktop. The left one scrolled and the right one was the mouse. It was pretty freaking sweet. But yeah, I mean, you can run Windows. I guess that's what we wanted to show. I'd like to try to install it on the NVMe drive, but I don't feel like wiping it because I already have everything configured and downloaded and set up for SteamOS. I don't feel like messing with it again. But yeah, I think at this point, I don't know that there's anything else I want to do with the Steam Deck today, but I do eventually want to do a video on it, like I said, but I just don't know what I'm going to do it on. I think I'm going to mess with it this next week and gather all of my thoughts on it and what I've done with it and see where we're at with it and all the tips and tricks I've learned and all the little bugs I found and kind of just do a general, I use the Steam Deck for a week type thing and see what comes out of it. But as of now, I don't have any mind-blowing things to share about it. No cool, really cool secret tricks. No devastating bugs or anything breaking. So it's honestly not as exciting as, you know, a lot of people would make it seem. But again, it's a cool piece of hardware. It is cheap for what it is comparatively to other competitors. So they do have that benefit going for them. So again, it's a solid piece of hardware. Software, while it isn't terrible by any stretch of the imagination, does have some ways to go, but I have no doubt, based on what I've seen and the interactions they've had with the users and the feedback they've given, that they will be continuing to upgrade it and put a lot of work into it. So yeah. The Hacking Nacho, just sitting here trying to decide between an NH-U12A and the NH-15. That's like a big difference, right? The 12A is like the compact one and the 15 is like beefy boy. Find some interesting indie games to play on it that are more bite-sized. One of my favorite, so I'm gonna, here, let me shut down Windows. So a game we've been playing recently that is Steam Deck ready. I'm just gonna hard shut it down. Oh, did I just reset it? Whatever. Trying AAA games, usually playing your desktop and not really worth it. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, people do play their AAA titles on the desktop, but again, this is designed to be taken with you, like on a bus, train, in the car, preferably not while you're driving, and give you the opportunity to play those AAA titles on the go, which is pretty cool. But another cool thing that this is used for that will be extremely popular is emulation. I've already seen freaking ETA Prime do a video on setting up emulation on the Steam Deck. And it's pretty freaking sweet. So I can definitely see that being a major positive for people looking to snag one of these. Personally, I would just use it as a giant Pokemon Game Boy. Giant Pokemon player. So yeah, that error that you see at the top left, that always comes up when you have a SD card inserted in there and you try to boot for some reason. GM0892, when it reaches end of life, can it be converted to a home server? By the end of life, I would assume it would have a much more robust community and support system to where you will actually be able to run a whole bunch of software natively. So yeah, I mean, I don't see why you couldn't by the time this thing is end of life. Hopefully end of life is a few years at least down the road. So yeah, this is one of the things I'm seeing where if you leave the USB-C and go from like Windows to back to SteamOS, it doesn't like it. So let's boot it up normally. And then we'll plug the HDMI back in. Like I said, early software can be finicky, so there we go. It still wanted to boot into, oh, I think it's trying to boot into desktop since that's where we, maybe? I don't know, it's loading up right, okay, never mind. All right, we are in. Go. Okay, maybe we got to unplug the HDMI cable. Go. There we go. So, one of the games we were playing for a while, kind of little indie game, it's a puzzle game. Baba is you. Alan, all right, home skillet's got to shut it down Eastern time and such. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the stream as always. And join us on the Discord link in the description below. Yes, sir. If any of you that are in the stream have questions or just want to chat about nerdy stuff, feel free to join the Discord. Bunch of chill dudes over there. No one's going to make fun of you for your Linux distro or if you're using Windows or Mac OS. Nobody cares. We're pretty chill over there. Maybe if you're using like Windows 8, I'll make a snarky comment, but that's about it. But yeah, we can wind it down here with, I will show you the game we were playing recently. Oh, I'm not in the Discord. Yeah, go ahead. Join us. Let me turn this off. We don't need FPS counters for this game, trust me. Alright, what level are we on? I thought we were... Okay, we're in this world. Oh no, we beat all these, right? No, wait, I didn't want to play that. I already beat this. How do I get out? If y'all have never seen this puzzle game, it's freaking wild. Wait, what? Why is that not back? How do I... What's back? Wait. Both A and B go... Hold on. How do I... Oh. I thought I could just go back. Wait, can I do this now? Ooh, what is this? I've never been over here. Oh, snap. Let's go. Just joined. Awesome. I will see you over in the Discord. So if you've never seen this game, it is quite a cool puzzle game if you're into puzzle games. So the way it works is you're this little guy named Baba, and the goal is to win. So the way you win is by manipulating objects and words. Oh my god, what is that? So you can see the reason that happened is if you look over here, you can see love is tele, which means love is teleport, meaning that if I touch the hearts, I get teleported. But if I push this out of the way, that is no longer the case, and that doesn't happen anymore. So the key is to manipulate words and objects so that you can eventually win. And you'll see in this case, it says right under here, flag is win, meaning that we have to touch the flag, which is over here. But you can see fence is stop, Baba is you, and at the top left, water is defeat. So if I go and touch the water, game over. So, how do we do this? Well, we have this block that we can push around, which is a push block. I assume it teleports. Oh shit, wait. Okay. So now we can say like, love is push. And now we can push the hearts. But what does that do for us? If we push one into the water, we die. Okay. And now we can't even get it back to teleport. We don't have much to work with this level, to be honest. Okay, let's think about this. What if so love is teleport. What does that do for us? It at least gets us across the water. Oh! I know what to do. I was close. I was close, I think. So maybe you do something like this. Let's move this so we can not be trapped. So maybe we put a heart. Oh no, how do we get a heart? Because if we get a heart on top of the flag and then teleport to it. But that doesn't work. Because I have no way to get back across the water. Just push the block into the water. So if you push the block into the water, so flag isn't push, so flag won't move. So if I do that, like nothing happens. And I die. So let's think. We don't have much to do here. That's the thing. It's almost like we want everything on one side, so I'm fairly certain you do this. Then we gotta do something with the heart. How do we get the heart? We only have like a couple of things to move around, so this shouldn't be that hard. Push. So we're gonna have to move these hearts somewhere. Moving the heart. In there doesn't really do anything. Is there a way to get both hearts on the same side? Push the heart with the block. Sippy Cups, have you played around with setting up Docker on the Steam? Have you played around setting up Docker on the Steam Deck? I've been fascinated with the idea of creating a war deck with a custom Wi-Fi dongle set up for broadcasting and an SSD. Yeah, for setting up a complete, going with a web server, FTP, and media. So I just finished messing around with Windows on there, trying to get Docker installed. It was acting funny and Docker desktop, but in terms of on running like Docker on Arch, no, I haven't tried that yet. And that'll definitely be something I have to look into, which would be a cool concept to be able to run your shit from your Docker containers directly from the Steam Deck. That'd be pretty freaking cool. Okay, so if love is push, then maybe oh wait, what if we wait, that's not gonna work either. I think you might have to push the heart with the words. But if I do that, I somehow need to... No, because then I can't get back across the water. How do I get... How do I get both hearts on the same side? How do I get that other heart over here? Now I can't push it. So if I did something like this, but I still can't, that's the thing, I can't get to this heart to teleport on top of it. Like, it would need to be right here, and then I'd somehow need to be able to swap. No, because then I can't get to it. That's why I need a heart on the same side. Yo, is that Baba? Yes, Baba. Baba is you. I'm fairly certain you have to have the heart on top of the flag and then teleport. But I can't get back across the water to do that. So almost have to I gotta drop. Keep fucking that chicken. Yes, sir, Mr. Fragsmith, then I will continue to do that. Wait. Why is this happening? What is going on? When I move, wait, that's... Why is this happening? Wait, what? That's an interesting dynamic. So it teleports whenever you move, not just when you get on it. So that could be useful. So now, knowing that, we can push... Wait, can you teleport water? No, wait. Oh. Wait. Wait. Interesting. So you just teleport the water out of the way. Duh. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Key is pull? Oh shit, that is a new dynamic. So you can't push it, but you can pull it. Holy shit, okay. Key is key. Key is move. Key is pull. You can move, key is pull, but if we do that, and we can move and say key is no longer move. Box is shut, and the box has flag, and flag is win. Key is open, so we have to get the key into the box, which opens it and gives us the flag. So what we have to assume, water is defeat, okay. So can we move key or not? No, okay. But we can't move the box either. We could do key. We could do key, not as key. Key is pull, and then pull him. What is this even accomplishing? Because now we can't move the key. The goal is to get the key to the box, and you can't move the box, so the key has to move. But if you pull the key, just do key is move to the box, and then key is key. That's actually a good idea. Yo. Ah, no, because key is key up at the top left. Oh, that would have been good. That was almost a good idea. Damn. Okay. So we can move the key. Okay, so if we do key is pull, let's go back to that. Got to roll. Keep up the good work. I appreciate that, Caleb. Thank you so much for stopping by, my man. You have a good night. This game plays a lot like me trying to set up WireGuard to SSH on my home network. Yeah, but it's so rewarding when you actually get it right. Okay, so if we move the key here, here's our problem. If I do this, we can no longer get up there, and we can no longer push it, so we're trapped. But if I do key is move somehow, wait, did I mess? Oh my God. Shit. Okay. I restart. Hold on. I have to get keys moved somehow. Can I even do that? I don't even think I can do that. No, because I can't. Shit. So I can't even do keys move. Just thinking if I can get the key to move once, then I could pull it up, get it to move. I still couldn't pull it though. Can't push them either. I wish I could make keys move, but I can't. How do I get the key through here? I could. This one hurts my head. Key is pull. Key is pull. We pull him. What happens if he walks into the water? Does he die? Oh, now I can't. Shit. So he can walk across the water. Does that mean he can also pull the key? Ah, shit. I don't think he can pull the key. He can only push. Unless... Shit, man. Kiki is pull him to the bottom, and then change Kiki's move, and then you can move the key up. So if I... Well, the key isn't push, so I can't even push the key. That's the problem. So the key can only be pull, which makes it more difficult. So I don't know how to get Kiki to pull, because he only goes forward. So I don't think he can actually pull. It's worth trying to pull the key with Kiki. Yeah, I can try that. So maybe, okay, let's, all right, let me start over. So I'll leave the key right there. Go do this. Go do this. I made both of them pull. Oh wait, I can't. Shit. Wait. Did I just... Okay. What does he do? Oh shit! He does pull it. What? Okay, so stop moving, please. You smart heck underscore. I didn't think he would pull it because I guess when he hits it and turns around, that's pulling, but interesting. All right, we got a lot going on. Okay, Bob is you, rock is defeat. Cool. Flag is win. Water is melt and defeat. Wall is stop. Love is hot. So pushing a flag into water will melt the water. Love is teleport as well, so... Oh shit. I need to be able to push... Oh shit, okay, so maybe... Shit, okay, hold on. What if we do this? Ah! Okay, shit, okay. Wait, stop teleporting. Then we push it again. Now what happens? Oh, that doesn't help. And I think we just screwed ourselves. Okay, apparently that's not the play. Teleporting text. Yeah, you can teleport the text. I'm trying to think of what that does for us, though. So we can push... If we send push over there. And if we send is over there. And then we send... No, because once we do that, it's not gonna... Oh, because then love would be pushed, but it's not teleport anymore, so we couldn't even get over there. Ugh. Oh, love is also hot. So... Oh wait, so we don't need teleport anymore, right? So if I just do... I don't think that's gonna work though. I think the second I push it over, it's not gonna teleport. Shit. I need to be over here when love is push somehow. I'm gonna start over. Because I need to push, whoops. I need to be able to push. So you can't melt the rock because the rock isn't melt. So water, you see down there, water is melt and defeat. So we need to somehow push the heart, love, into the water to free up that space. But the problem is I can't teleport over there while love is push, and then I can't push this down when love is push, or when love isn't push. So I need to get creative somehow. Maybe I need, does this work if I push this on top? Oh wait, what? Shit. So if that's not push, what happens when I do that? Oh. Well, that's not the play. I'm 99% sure I know the solution, but I'm going to let you figure it out. Hate you. Okay, so I don't think it involves anything with the rocks because can't really do anything there. I don't think. Unless you can like legitimately... No, because rocks aren't push. I'm going to assume we have to get these to the other side. Do something with these eventually. Now we're left with just teleport. Do that. That's cool, but now I'm trapped over here. It's got to be close. Oh wait, no. Wait, what happens when I do... No, because then I can't teleport. What does being over here do for me? If I, just to try something, if I do that, and then I do that, then I can move this, but it doesn't matter because now I can't teleport back. No, rock doesn't melt. Get to this side. This doesn't solve anything. What? Maybe we need to do it. No, that wouldn't work. Man, man. Want a hint. Hold on. Okay. So push over supersedes teleport. Is there a way to just like teleport these rocks out of the way? I mean, I see you can do that, but not quite. I guess you don't do anything with the rocks. Shit, man. I'm gonna figure this out. Not ending stream until I figure this out. We need to get a heart pushed into the water somehow. But we can't push it when we're on this side, so we have to be on that side. But when we're on this side, we can't push it because now it's not push. Famous last words. I'm going to figure this out. This is going to be my first 24-hour stream. What? I don't know what else to do. That's why I keep doing this. What is... Wait, maybe? What if... What if you do something like... Okay, what if... What if you do something like this? This might work. Am I dumb? Yeah, I'm dumb. Hold on. Wait, what is going on? Wait. Okay, now this is hurting my head. So love is still teleport. Shit. Wait. Wait, shit. Let's go. I knew it was something like that. It wasn't the most elegant of ways. All right. With that, we've reached our 3-hour stream mark. So, yeah, overall thoughts. Steam Deck's cool for the price. I think it's worth it, but the retail price isn't what the actual price is right now. So hard to justify or say that it's worth the money when you can't really buy it for what it retails right now. But assuming you can find one retail, assuming down the line when you can actually buy this retail, I'm sure all the bugs will be ironed out. There'll be a lot more support for softwares for this. A lot more gods, a lot smarter people than me getting their hands on these and figuring out what you can actually unlock with this thing and what you can do with it. But right now, what I suggest going out on eBay and paying scalper prices for it. Absolutely not, unless you are in that niche where you really want to play like games. You're on the bus a lot, you're on the train a lot, you're a passenger in a car a lot, you're traveling, whatever. and you want something specifically like this for gaming that's easy, portable, kind of fits all those check marks that you need, then sure, maybe it is worth going on eBay and snagging one. But it's hard to justify right now. But I do think it has potential. Yes, it can play Baba on the go. It can frustrate me. I'll just bring this to the office and play Baba Is You. But I mean, you can play Baba Is You on the iPad as well, on the phone. So the annoying part about that is that's how I initially started playing, was on the phone. But when we wanted to play at home, like on a big screen or something, I got it on Steam, and you can't cloud sync. It doesn't do any like save states across platforms. So we had to start completely over. And now we're way ahead on the Steam version, so I can't go back to playing on the phone. So maybe this is exactly what I needed, and I just didn't realize it yet. So we'll see. But yeah, what did we learn today? What did we learn during stream? That I want to start using, or I want to use this as an opportunity to learn Arch. So that will be cool. We learned that Docker desktop on Windows can be a finicky bitch. So yeah, that's why the world runs on Linux. And we learned that Baba Is You is a fun puzzle game. I already knew that, but maybe you guys learned that today. But that is it. Not a super high energy, super in-depth stream. Kind of just messed around, talked about the Steam Deck a bit, and played some puzzle games. But yeah, you know, you never know how these streams are going to go. But I appreciate all you guys stopping by and hanging out while I fumbled my way through using the Steam Deck and using Windows and Docker and all that good stuff. Hanging out towards the end while we played some Baba Is You. I appreciate all you guys hanging out. Everyone that joined, everyone that's still here, Mr. Heck _ Rippy. I appreciate you always stopping by. Patrick Fleming, of course. Dogs, chill. Other Patrick, Mr. Parapat from Discord. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you for the super chat earlier as well. Thank you so much, Mr. Heck _ yeah, anybody else who has stopped by? Brandon, if you're still in here, Mr. Sippy Cups, if you're still in, I appreciate all you guys. But I am going to end it here. Hopefully will stream again next week. I want to start pumping out some content before we get really busy with, got a bachelor party coming up, got the wedding coming up, got the honeymoon coming up within the next all that in the next 3 months. So I want to start planning and filming some stuff so that I will have some stuff to slowly push out and not be rushed while we're dealing with all that stuff. But again, that is it. I'm going to call it here. Thank you all you guys. The doc sticking around to the very end. I appreciate it. I will have a goo night. Whatever that means. I will try. But that is it. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next stream. Don't forget to follow on Discord if you haven't done that already. Peace.